Hello everyone. Today we're going to take a drive, a little something different. It's a beautiful day, 75 degrees, sunshine, and we're going to go take a look at the city center of Plymouth, as well as go drive through a couple of typical neighborhoods. So if you're moving in to the Twin Cities area, you can figure out whether this is a nice area for you, or if you already live in the Twin Cities area, you can see that, oh, I didn't know that this was happening in Plymouth. So let's take a look. I'm gonna press pause for a moment. Next time you see me, we're gonna be starting out in the city center of Plymouth. Chat in a sec. Welcome back, everyone. So before I continue the drive through the city of Plymouth, in the center of the city, I mentioned in another video, is called the Hildy Performance Center. That's what we have right behind me here. It's just an amazing, amazing place that people gather at. And so I'm just going to do a quick tour of it. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you around. 1 second here. Here we have in the center of Plymouth, of course, is City Hall, which is what that is. And so the Hildy Performance Center is right behind City Hall, which makes some sense. But it has beautiful walkways. This is where the concert's going to be with Minnesota Orchestra on July 6th, 2022. But the grounds are beautiful, a beautiful fountain. And right over there is Lifetime Fitness, so you can go get yourself a workout as well. Here's where people have picnics, and they sit on the amphitheater steps right back there. And then there's some beautiful gardens back in there. So it's just a lovely place to hang out, go for a walk, enjoy an evening with family, friends, whatever suits your fancy. It's just a beautiful place. All right, let's go see what the amenities are and what stores you have here in Plymouth. Here I am, coming to the city center of Plymouth, as you can see just a little bit to the left of your screen. We're headed towards Vicksburg Lane, which is the main thoroughfare, one of them anyway, that goes through Plymouth from north to south. As we come up on that, to the left is a major grocery store called Cub Foods. If you're local, you'll know what that is. If you're coming from out of town, that's the major grocery chain here in the Twin Cities. And then on the right there, you can see that's a public library, Hennepin County Public Library System. So that's really close. Over to the left, more shops and a movie theater that you will be seeing in just a moment once we make a left at the light here. All right, here we are making a left at the light, headed towards south, towards Highway 55, and so if you grab a map, you can find that. And it looks like they're doing a lot of road work here. I haven't driven this way in a little bit, clearly. What we're going to do is we're going to be headed right into another part of the shopping center where there's a little bit more upscale grocery store called Lunds and Byerly's, Lundsbyerlys. And what that is doing is a little bit more, like I said, of an upscale grocery store. We like to get our produce from there. And I'm gonna make a quick right into another little shopping center. So you have a lot of little onesie twosie stores here. So there's a vet, nail salon, Plymouth Garden, Jersey Mike Subs, lots of different places. There's a dry cleaning straight ahead. And for pet food supply, you have Chuck and Don's. And then I'm gonna make a quick scan here so you can see that there's a Buffalo Wild Wings if that's your fancy. So straight ahead here, coming up, this is the Lunds and Byerly's store, grocery store. And again, this is all in the center of town. We'll continue our drive to another part of the city center. Here I am exiting the Lunds and Byerly's parking lot, headed towards the main grocery store of Cub Foods, but there's some other things in this area to show you. It's more chain type stuff. However, there's plenty of places to find food here in Plymouth. Here's the movie theater, and now Applebee's if you like that, and more haircut salons, those kinds of things. Continuing on in a little bit. Talk to you in a few. So I'm driving north on Vicksburg Lane, and there are many neighborhoods along this thoroughfare. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop in a neighborhood and sort of give you the lowdown on what this neighborhood would typically speak, whether it's an average, above average, that kind of thing. So on the left we passed one of the elementary schools, and I'm going to take a left just past this light up here. As you can see, just neighborhood on the left, neighborhood on the right, and we're just going to take a quick spin into, here we go, 43rd Avenue. And if this is where I think it is, I believe I have a client that I helped buy a house not too long ago down here. So this would be a very normal middle of the road neighborhood for Plymouth. You're going to find the the 1-story Rambler style that you'll see ahead of you. You're going to find some multi-levels like you'll see here on the upper left at the end of this cul-de-sac, and I'll take a spin around here so you can see. So these homes would be priced somewhere in the low, probably upper 3s, low 4s ish. Some of these might go as high as close to 5, maybe not that high, but somewhere in there. So I would say low to mid 4s in here. And I do have to comment that this is what is being referred to as no mow May. So you're going to see a lot of the yards are not mowed. That is not normal for this area. So just kind of giving you an idea. So here, this home here, this one would probably be more in the 5s with the 4-stall garage, the cedar shake roof, and on the end of a cul-de-sac in the woods, that's more in the line of a 500 plus home, which would be starting to be more along the lines of above average in Plymouth. All right, so as we go further this way, you can see there's lots of trees and there's a lot of water as well. Now don't get concerned that the water management in this city is very well managed within the homes, with sump pumps, with proper drainage away. So this is a little bit more of an upscale street in Plymouth. So the homes in here are going to be 500,000 to 600,000. You're going to have maybe even higher than that, and they're all over the place here. But this is very common in the Plymouth area, and so you can just get a taste for what kind of homes are in Plymouth. Most have 3-car garages or a 2-car plus a 1-car. That equals 3, I know, but you can see some of the homes in front of us here where they have 3 stalls. That home right there, it's on a very large lot. I would imagine that one is pushing $700,000. So it's not to say that you can't find a house in Plymouth in the 200s. They're very rare, but it'll be most likely in the mid 3s to mid 4s is your lower end, and average home price in Plymouth would be probably in the upper 4s to low 5s. So we're exiting that same neighborhood. You see a lot of brick fascia. These homes were probably built in the early 2000s would be my take on these. And so let's go a little further into this neighborhood and give you an idea further about what homes will look like in Plymouth. Now, we're headed this way. I can look at these and see that they may not be as expensive. They're a little smaller, not as nice of a yard, or excuse me, a large as a yard as the one we've seen. So we're coming down in price, probably in the $500,000 to $600,000 range right here as we go through this neighborhood. You can see that the trees are mature, lots of flowering type trees. Beautiful neighborhood. Spring has sprung here in the Twin City metro area. Again, don't worry about the unmowed lawns. It's a thing going on right now. Now there's a cute Cape Cod right there. So you see some different styles here. But mostly you're gonna have your typical 2-story or 1.5-story. And as we enter this neighborhood, I can see this is a little older neighborhood. These homes were probably built in the mid 1990s. That's what it looks like. And a little girl wanted to stop me. I don't know why. Anyway, all good. And we're starting to exit this neighborhood, but I can tell you right now that these homes that we're going towards are a little less expensive as we exit this neighborhood. So I'm going to take you on another neighborhood and a little bit more upscale. Talk to you in a minute. And we're back out in Vicksburg, as you can see here. All right, we'll talk in a minute. As I travel north on Vicksburg Lane, we're going to get into an area that's a little bit more newer construction. And as you can see here, it may not be as upscale as what we just left, but it's a little bit newer. These homes are priced probably in the $500,000 to $600,000 range. But as you can see, it's just a beautiful, beautiful area to live in. And we are only about a 15 to 18 minute drive from downtown Minneapolis. So this neighborhood is not as upscale as I was mentioning, but I wanted to give you a typical newer built neighborhood and what that looks like. The yard and the lots are smaller, as you can see, and the homes are a little more modest. However, because these are newly built, we're still going to be in the most likely the upper 4s to the low 5s in this neighborhood. Again, you can see that it's a little newer construction, typical 3-car garage. The hardy board or fiber cement board on the exterior of the house. A little bit more craftsman style. Again, that's what you're going to get in the newly or newer constructed homes in this neighborhood. All right, I'm going to go further on Vicksburg Lane north, and we're going to go to a more upscale neighborhood. And I actually have a client that's building a house in that area, so it's brand new. Chat with you in a minute. Okay, here I am heading north on Vicksburg again, taking a left into a new development. Now these are highly upscale homes. These homes range from about we're gonna call it 1.1 to just over 2 million. I know that white one on the corner right there next to the one being built, that was 1.9. But this is a beautiful, beautiful wooded area, very quiet and secluded. And as I'm sure it is across the country, the lots are much smaller, so you're putting a 400 to 6,500 square foot home on a 1/4 acre to 1/3 of an acre, somewhere in there. But here is the thoroughfare within this neighborhood here, and I'll just take a quick drive through so you can see what these homes are looking like. A lot of farmhouse style here now, rather than the, I would say craftsman style of 10 to 15 years ago. These are pretty standard with 4-car garages. Beautiful wooded areas. I do know that there is a community pool and a community center here where you can have parties and things like that. And I do believe this is where my client is having their house built, down this way. Again, all new construction. I would imagine that this is going to be all buttoned up and finished being built probably next summer, 2023-ish, end of 2023. And this is the home right here on the left that is being built for them. And that is where this tour ends for the day. Thank you for joining me, and we'll chat again soon. If you'd like to see more of Plymouth, check out my other video on parks in Plymouth. As always, if you like what I share, click the like, subscribe, and the bell to be notified when I upload a new video. I appreciate your time today. Thanks for watching.